Hello, people.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to another episode of Something
Something
Light.
Light.
We hope you guys have been well. I hope so, at least. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, how
No,
you?
I know she hopes you guys have been well. Don't mind me. So it's been. I think we're counting down to like fall being like getting to the heart of fall. Like,
Yeah, and
we are-
winter too.
winter.
Yeah.
Please, don't say that word, winter. I don't like to hear about it. It's like bad news for me. But it's one of the cons of staying in Canada.
This part of the world.
Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty. I have been well. We forgot to say our names actually.
I'm sure you all know by now, but
Yeah.
just in case you're watching something like podcast
For the first time, my name is Shaita.
and my name is Bobola.
My host. We've been at this thing for a long time now.
Yeah, we're starting to feel like pros.
You get.
Veteran level will be unlocked soon. Okay, then we'll start doing masterclass.
With 80 subscribers on YouTube. That's right.
Have faith.
But you know that's what people do, right? They never really blow and they're already using masterclass.
Yeah, so mastercard, maybe masterclass
Mhm.
thing aside, it's just really, it's nice to be able to do this. Like,
It
even
is.
though we might joke about 80 subscribers, 50 subscribers, whatever.
We're grateful
I
for
think,
them.
I
for you
think
guys.
what really matters is just having 1, 2, 3 people, 5 people that we're able to just share some of our thoughts with, and
Yeah.
just remind people of some of these things that they probably even already know.
Or
It's
have
just good to
forgotten.
it's just good to just have a place to just hear some of these things repeated over and over again.
Absolutely.
And it's just good to have that in your mind, having a place where you can just listen to regular conversations, but that is not going to go off a tangent from your faith. Like,
Mhm.
it's not like you're just listening to banter or conversations that you're like, nah, I can't really do that because that's not what I believe in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which brings us to today's topic.
Today's topic here today again, we're just coming to remind you of something you probably already know, and we're just going to be talking about that urge to retaliate, that urge to
Yeah.
revenge. Like, someone does something to you and the natural
You're like,
instinct
will meet me in the future.
Yeah.
I will pay you back.
yeah, like the song you were singing just before we started, if you do me I do you, man no go vex. Like, it's something that
Although the actual meaning of that song is something else. But
it is.
you don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I never thought about it.
Stop.
Wow, I'm serious. I'm serious.
If you give it to me, I'm gonna give it to you. Are you joking?
I'm not even joking. Like, oh wow. Oh wow.
But there's this saying, "Do me, I do you." I don't know if it came before the song.
Oh
Or
my goodness.
I feel like I just corrected you.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually. But people say, "Do me, I do you." God knows.
Yeah.
There's this payback thing around. It just feels normal.
And it's like a natural thing to do.
Exactly.
Like, no one is going to take offense. Like, people will say, yeah, serves you right.
Serves you
people
right.
say,
You did it to him.
Yeah, serves you right.
You
Like,
threw a stone at me. Why are you
expected.
mad that I threw a rock at you?
Yeah.
Do you get like please?
Yeah.
You should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
What I almost want to say they say, oh, karma is the big word. That kind of thing.
Yes.
But again,
As believers, we know that that's not how we're meant to act. That's not because if God was doing do me I do you, if God was doing we are going to get what we deserve, then nobody
absolutely no one.
no one at all. So, and it is with this same love that God has loved us that we're acting like we're embodying the image of Christ. We're ambassadors of Christ, basically. So we know that we're not. Jesus said forgive 70 times, 7 times, and we know that it's not even like, because I remember there was a story that I read. I don't know if it happened or not, or just one of those Sunday school stories, but one story I read in a book. This book that they would just compile different Bible lessons for kids, and there was this story about a boy that his brother was, all this sibling rivalry and sibling fights, and his his brother will always do things to poke him, offend him, and after learning this in church, he got a journal, a notepad, and then started writing. Until he got like he kept writing and writing and writing, and so but the idea is not to pick pen and paper, and I mean we have notepads on our phones now, so the idea is not that okay, I'm going to pick up my phone and start counting. Like the idea is because when you think about when you think of, because he wanted to get to that point before
he that's the thing about being rightly taught, man.
Yeah, so it's not about you actually counting. It's about the fact that you're supposed to just let things go and let the love of Christ lead. Because if you think about it, like the amount of stress you're giving yourself in trying to keep count, like
I understand
along the line, you get tired.
You're like you have one more to
you
go.
Get tired, which was what happened to the boy anyway. Like he got tired, he started forgetting to record some, and then he's like, oh, where am I now? Is it 49 now? Is it this now? Is it that now? So but the idea is for us to always forgive, because you would see that by the time let's say you're keeping counts now, you're recording all this person did this person did that, it's to get to a point that you will see that you've also done something now. Do you now start cancelling out, like okay, this one I did something, so okay, this cancels this one that he did. Like it's really pointless, and that's not how we're meant to live, right? So it's just it was a parabolic way to just say that, to depict that you're supposed to just forgive and not keep records of wrongdoing. That's the actual idea. Like don't keep records of wrongdoing. And what else do I want to say about this? Like I said, this is just a reminder, so we're not going to bore you too much.
The thing, what you said just made me remember 1 Corinthians 13, and that talks about love keeps no record of wrong. Because the reason we are able to not retaliate and keep tabs on, or not keep count on people's wrongdoings towards us, is because we love them. And how do we love? By understanding God's love for us.
Yes.
Right? And what is God's love for us? That when you as a believer, you are eternally forgiven. You are eternally saved. Right? He did not love us based on our doings or undoings or whatever. His doings or wrongdoings or whatever, right? It is that no matter what, you choose to love people. Will there be situations where you are like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be friends with this person again?
Okay, I need to take myself out of this toxic situation because I might get hurt.
There would be those kind of cases. But it's not that you are now seeking to do bad to them because they did wrong to you in the future. It's not that when you see them in need, you are not able to help them because you're like, oh wow, tables have turned.
Yeah, now it's time.
So you mean you can need my help? Oh really? When I asked you for this, you didn't do it. Things like that. No, it's just that you shouldn't really. Your love shouldn't keep count on people's wrongdoings towards you. Your love should be freely given, just like you were freely loved, just like God freely loved you. Your love should also be freely given to those around you, believers or unbelievers. Like don't what's it called now? Don't ration out your love, right? Don't ration out your love. Just like you take 2%, you take 60%. Believers, we love you people more. Then unbelievers, you're like I will love you, because if you think about it, is that out of the love that you have for people that you're able to even go outside and preach the gospel to them? Because you've understood this thing, you've understood the importance of God's life inside of you. So you're like, woo! I love those people out there. I must preach the gospel to them. They must come into the kingdom, right? Things like that. But that's really it about the love of God and not retaliating. Whenever I think about primary school, and even in it's such a childish behavior, right? Just being like, I'm not going to or rather I'm going to keep the same, now they call it keeping the same energy. I'm going to give you the same energy that you give me, right? If you're not smiling at me, I'm not going to smile back at you. If you're not treating me right, if you're still my boyfriend or whatever they say, I'll do you, all these kind of things, like just like, oh, No, I'm just giving you the same energy that you're giving me. That's not really how we're supposed to live our lives. It's not even really. It's not how we're supposed to live our lives. We're not supposed to base our love on what people do to us.
Yeah.
Or not.
We just give. We received love freely, so we give the love freely. I mean, it's not to say that you're not protecting yourself. It's not to say that you're putting yourself in harm's way in the name of loving people. No, that's not what that means. There's still the place of wisdom that will direct us in all things, and discernment, and knowing where to go, where to stay. But I think ultimately the reason why you would want to get revenge and retaliate is because you didn't forgive the person to start with. So I think it starts from not wanting to retaliate, would start from you actually forgiving the person. Yeah, so totally letting go and forgiving the person and healing. And when any of us that been in this kind of situation before, you know, like when you have something in your heart against anyone, it feels like this burden, like it's just
so heavy,
weighing you down,
so heavy.
Yeah, and the minute you let go, like there's this relief that you just feel, and that's why much more than. So even loving someone is loving yourself, forgiving someone is loving yourself and freeing yourself, right? So even when you look at it like that, like you're not just doing someone a favor, like
you are doing yourself a favor.
It's both ways. You love yourself enough to know that you need to forgive people, and then you love people enough to know that you need to forgive them too, and then just set them free, and then you set yourself free. So it's just important to and forgiveness too, I guess, is depending on how serious it is, it's the first step to healing, right? Like starting to heal yourself. If someone did like something really serious, something really major to you, forgiveness is that first step to then you now start healing and recovering from whatever hurt or damage that the person might have done. So
yeah. And I just remembered something that somebody so sometimes heartbreak, right? You now almost want to wish your ex bad. Like well, you broke my heart, they will shatter your own, right? And
you just want the person to feel,
you get to feel what you felt. Like, so there was the time I was almost in that line, and I just caught myself. I was like, what is wrong with you? God forbid, this is not who I am. I beg. And I had to pray over my heart.
Yes.
And pray for that person, and pray that God, I beg. Because if you think about it, it's witchcraft. What we are thinking, you are patiently waiting for something bad to happen to somebody. Just because they broke your heart.
No more than that.
Now.
Yeah.
So why would somebody who is going out to preach the gospel, who is saved and all, be thinking about that in their heart? It's like, it's not adding up. So
it's not consistent.
No, there's a way to behave, and that way is not wishing bad to others. Not because you also, there's the heartbreak one. It's the one that can happen at workplace politics, right? Somebody asks you to do something for them, and you're like, maybe I'm unable to, right? And they're just like, don't worry, I'll get you. Or they have a position. They're in a position where they can help you move to the next level or things like that, and they're going to retaliate because you decided not to do and so and so and so for them. If you're that person and you're a believer, that's really not the way to go about it.
Please repent. Please. The Holy Spirit is going to help you.
Absolutely. But really, I think that's it. This is just a reminder, right?
Just a reminder.
Right? Nothing to
anyone that's done anything to you recently and you're thinking, I'm so hurt, I'm going to do this bad. This is a reminder that that's not who you are.
No.
That's not how you're going to act. And if you're out there, you're actually not a believer,
we welcome you into this family.
Yes, meet Christ, get to know the love of Christ.
Slide into our DMs. Let's talk some more about this.
And then if you're hearing this and you can't relate to what we're saying, like what's this love that they're talking about, you can send us a DM on any of our social media platforms, leave a comment, on even our YouTube page, and find a way to reach out, and also on Twitter or Instagram at s_lightboard. Send us a DM, leave a comment, and we'll be happy to share more.
Happy to discuss
with you. Okay, so because we really would love you to get to know this love too, so that you can also spread this love to others.
Do you understand? The love is contagious.
Yes,
and it is uncontainable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing today? Like after we're done with this episode, I feel like we should go get ice cream.
Okay. Where?
It's a sunny day.
Yeah. True,
so it's an ice cream day.
Sure.
Why not?
Sure.
And we are ice cream buffs.
Yeah.
You know the best ice cream we had was in
the one in Calgary. The one in Calgary.
Oh my
very
god.
best.
So
I feel like we've had a lot of adventures or exciting stuff this year. Yeah.
Yes. And we should actually do an episode on that.
Yeah.
Maybe some of our best moments this year.
We probably should. Maybe
Because
at the end of the year.
Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Because more stuff will still happen before then.
Yep. As in,
Yeah.
oh, and we are actually going bowling today.
It's been a while.
We're going bowling today. We're just making most of the sunlight while we still have some.
Because as soon as there's snow everywhere.
You get
Couch potatoes.
do you understand? Your vitamin D levels are like low and everything. You don't have any choice.
So let's just take it all in while we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright guys, thank you all for listening.
And let's know what you think. You
Yep.
know, have you struggled with forgiving people, and not wanting to forgive, not wanting to or wanting to retaliate and get revenge?
That's
What
nice.
did you do? Right? Like, share tips. Some other people will be reading too. Like, it doesn't have to be just us giving us the tips, and who also would want to learn and pick one or two things. So leave a comment on our YouTube channel, Something Like Podcast, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay? And yeah, we see you next time.
Bye bye. Keep shining as the light that you are. Bye.
Bye.